Very good. What's your favorite hobby? And Spring said, my favorite hobby is traveling. Traveling is my favorite hobby because I can meet new people and exchange ideas. Fantastic answer. How about Jessica? Jessica, would you like to try this?
Can you repeat, teacher, please?
Yeah, sure, of course. What's your favorite hobby?
Oh, yeah. My favorite hobby is singing and learning English.
Good. My favorite hobby is singing and learning English. And now say sentence number 2 right here. And you can start your sentence with singing. What was the other one? Singing and listening to music.
Yeah. These hobbies are, I consider my favorite hobbies because.
Can you say with the gerund, like you did in sentence number 1, my favorite hobby is singing and...
Oh, yeah.
Can you start the sentence with those words?
My favorite hobby is singing and learning English.
Yeah, learning English. Okay, good, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, learning English.
Okay. Okay, now let's start like this. Singing and learning English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are my favorite hobbies.
Yeah.
Because especially I listen in the singer Katy Perry. It's my favorite singer.
Good. Okay, Mohammed, welcome to class, Mohammed. Okay, Mohammed, so can you try to answer this question with a gerund, verb plus ing, and then use this example? There's 2 sentences, and please use gerund plus ing in the first sentence at the end, and then, gerund at the beginning of the second sentence.
Okay.
So today we are talking about gerunds, verb plus ing. But before we begin, let's look at practice. A, who knows the answer to this? Let's look at this word, laughing. Laughing. What part of speech is this word, laughing? Is it a verb, an adjective, or a noun? You can unmute yourself.
Verb?
Sure, Mohammed, and then Spring. How about? So, Mohammed, what is it?
A noun.
Okay. Mohammed thinks it's a noun. What part of speech is this word, laughing?
It depends about the sentence where we use it. The sentence.
Yeah, very good point, Spring. So it is a noun. You are correct, Mohammed. It's a verb and it is an adjective. So it's all 3. It's all 3. It really just depends on how you use it. So let me write a sentence for you here. Okay. Is laughing a verb, a noun, or an adjective in this sentence?
It's a verb.
Correct, Mohammed. It's a verb. Look, it's the present continuous. Present continuous is a verb tense. And there's 2 parts of this sentence. What are the 2 parts? of this sentence. What is I?
Subject.
Yeah, okay, very good.
A subject.
Subject. And then what do we have after the subject, as Mohammed correctly said?
The verb be.
Right. So, okay, we know laughing is a verb because it has the auxiliary verb that we need here, right? And also because it comes after the subject, because the basic form of English is subject, verb, object. So in this sentence, we know it is a verb. Okay, how about this? In this sentence, is laughing a subject, a verb, or a noun?
A noun.
Very good. Yes, very good. In this sentence, it is a noun. And how do you know it is a noun? How do you know?
Because in this sentence, it's an object.
Very good. 100% correct. In this sentence, it is the object. The object receives the verb. The subject does the verb to the object. I know English is subject, verb, object. I is the subject. Like is the verb. Here, laughing is a noun because laughing is the object of the sentence. This is so important to understand. Okay, now is another sentence. Another sentence. I see, or how about just this sentence? Okay, I see the laughing boy. So, is laughing an adjective, a verb, or a noun in this sentence?
Adjective.
It is an
It's an
adjective.
adjective.
What is it describing? What is it
The
describing?
boy. It's describing a boy.
Okay. So as you can see, this is the most important thing to understand, is that
Yes.
the word is different depending on the context. So I keep saying this in every lesson because it's one of the main reasons that students have difficulty learning English, is because you must always remember the form of the language. Subject, verb, object. This is the most important concept, and it doesn't matter how the word is. Look, the word is exactly the same in all three sentences. However, it's a verb, a noun, or an adjective, depending on how you use it. So this is going to be the magic word again, context. And if you understand context and understand this, English is so much easier. Okay, so what is a gerund? Can somebody tell me what a gerund is? Or how about I'll tell you this, is a verb that functions as a noun. So it looks like a verb, and it is, to make a gerund is verb plus ing. It looks like a verb, but this is not used as a verb. So in these three sentences here, which sentence has a gerund? Which of these three sentences has a gerund? Only one sentence has a gerund here. Which one?
The first, the second one. I like
exactly. Exactly. Only this is a gerund because you use it as a gerund.
No.
This is being used as a verb. So it's not a gerund, it is a verb. This is an adjective. It is not a gerund. It is not functioning as a noun, right? So here's where it can be a little bit confusing, but not really. So a gerund functions as a noun. It can be a subject or an object. So I can say hiking is my favorite hobby. I can say my favorite hobby is hiking. It can be a subject at the beginning. It can be the object at the end. So this is very, very common in English. Americans use gerunds all the time. And look at these sentences. Gardening is a passion of mine. He enjoys running. We plan on jogging, cycling, and swimming. Gerunds are so common in English. And you see a gerund in the title of the article?
Yes, journaling.
Journaling, yes. Journaling is a gerund. Journaling is a noun in this sentence.
No.
And the verb is, and what is a journal? Do you know what a journal is? I'm showing you a picture of a journal. It's this notebook.
A daily?
Yeah, a journal is a book that you write your thoughts in. You just write it to yourself. So the name of this notebook that you write to yourself, the name of this is called a journal.
Journaling.
A journal, and journaling means writing in your journal. So this is not only an article that uses gerunds a lot of gerunds. It is also a good way to learn English. So that's why I want to read this, because not only does it help you see the grammar, it helps you improve. This is a way you can learn. With these 3 questions in mind, I am going to read the article to you. Just listen and then we will discuss. As you're listening, please look for and listen for gerunds. There are a lot of gerunds in this article that I'm going to read to you. So you want to focus on analyzing gerunds, the grammar for today. Okay, so here we go. The term journaling encompasses a lot of different things. The list of birds you've seen in your neighborhood, the descriptions of sights you saw on your last vacation, the notes you jotted down about the dream you had last night. But the general, tried and true, everything is a bit much in my life right now, and I have to write it down type of journaling can really help you when, well, everything is a bit much. James Pennebaker, a professor of psychology at the University of Texas at Austin, has spent decades studying expressive writing. Basically, Pennebaker says, if you find yourself ruminating on something, set aside some time to write about it for anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes a day for 1 day, 2 days, maybe as many as 5 days. Expressive writing is associated with improvements in physical health, improvements in markers of mental health, and improvements in immune function. It's also been shown to improve working memory in college students, says Pennebaker. Don't worry if you're not exactly sure where to start. Journaling is actually perfect for those times when you can't pin down what you're feeling. It's the great first step to opening up and learning who you are and what you believe in and how you feel and how you see and understand the world, says Rashonda James, a licensed therapist, YouTuber, and a big advocate of journaling. These 4 tips will help you get started. Journal whenever you want for however long you want to. You don't need to create a rigid routine around journaling. Try starting small. I would say start with 5 minutes. Set the timer on your phone, recommends James. Pennebaker only practices expressive writing when something specific is bothering him. Don't feel the need to force it either. If you don't feel like journaling, don't. Once the practice becomes yet another thing on your to-do list, it becomes less helpful. When it's for you, then you can really see the benefits, explains James. Medium doesn't matter. The key is to articulate your thoughts. Your journal doesn't need to be anything fancy. Don't be intimidated by beautifully illustrated bullet journals. A dirty napkin and a crayon work too. Technically, you don't even have to write. Pennebaker has done informal studies where people write with their fingers in the air. The critical thing, he says, is that you translate this experience into words. If you don't like to write, James recommends keeping a voice memo journal. Just talk out loud because some people are verbal processors, she says. Let yourself write about anything. Remember, what you write is for you and you alone. Getting started can be intimidating and overwhelming. The thoughts and ideas flowing out of you may feel uncomfortable. The key to unpacking an issue through expressive writing, Pennebaker says, is letting your feelings connect the dots for you. Sit down and explore your deepest thoughts and feelings about this issue. You might tie it to other issues. For example, how does it relate to your childhood, your relationship with other people in your life right now? Pennebaker says you can write about the same topic every day, or you can opt to write for something completely different each time you sit down. The only rule I have is once you start writing, write continuously, he says. Don't worry about spelling or grammar. It's not going to be read by your high school English teacher. Freely exploring your emotions might be harder for folks who were raised in a culture that doesn't reward feeling your feelings. Rashonda James notes, if you weren't encouraged or given the verbiage as a child to say, I feel such and such, then writing it down is going to be like, what? I'm supposed to do this? I can't even say it out loud. How am I supposed to write it? In these cases, James uses feeling charts. Feeling charts can help you identify what you're feeling by presenting you with the cluster of emotions. From there, you can try prompts like I feel about. As you learn how to tie what you're feeling to a certain word, it becomes easier to express it and write it down, James says. And last but not least, look for reflections and different perspectives, not solutions or fixes. A journal isn't a friend or a therapist or a counselor. It's not going to fix your problems, but it will help you find out more about yourself. Pennebaker recommends not going into it with hard or high expectations. You know, it's kind of like when you're in a new town and see a street that looks interesting. The best way to approach it is, I'll go down this street and see what I find. But if you say, I'm just going to look for shoes size 8 and nothing else, you're going to miss everything that's on the street. If you're looking for some prompts to get you started, you can try some of these from James. What is something you're most grateful for? What is the biggest risk you've taken in your life? If there was something you could tell your younger self, what would that be? What do you feel like your life is missing for you to smile more? Okay, guys, that's the article. Thank you for listening. So who can answer for me? And again, when you answer, please use a gerund when you answer. That's the goal, to use the grammar. So what is journaling? What is journaling? You can raise your hand if you'd like to answer. What is journaling? How about I will just ask, how about, sure, Tanina, sure, Tanina, what is journaling?
It's a way.
Journaling is,
It's a way.
yeah, but please start your sentence with these two words. Journaling is, and whoever wants to answer can answer.
Is jotting down or right is
That's not bad.
is to write down like your thoughts.
Good. Very good. Yeah. So let's say it like this. Journaling is writing down your thoughts. Okay. Wow. So very good. So we have two gerunds here. What are the two gerunds in this sentence?
Journaling and
Journaling.
written.
And yeah, writing down your thoughts. Very good. So the subject is journaling. The verb is. The object or the complement of this sentence is with a gerund. Journaling is writing down your thoughts. Very, very good. Here is something that I hear that is a mistake. People say this all the time. Do not say this. Journal is writing down your thoughts, they'll say. Or people will say this. To journal is writing down your thoughts. But this is not a natural way to speak. It's very, very natural for native speakers to use a gerund, verb plus ing, at the beginning of their sentence. This is natural. This is so common. So if you use a gerund as a subject, your English sounds very good. Because
the key to expressive writing.
what is the key to expressive writing? What is the gerund in this sentence?
Writing.
Good. And let me make a more difficult question. What word goes with writing? This is actually a gerund phrase because one other word goes with it.
Yeah. Expressive writing.
Yeah. Expressive writing is, writing is the gerund. Expressive writing goes with it. It goes with it. So we call expressive writing, this is called a gerund phrase. It's a gerund, right? These words go together. So who can answer this question? Like starting like this. I want you to start your sentence like this. Who can try to answer? Expressive writing is, or how about like this? Sorry. The key to expressive writing is. Who can start their sentence like this and answer for me? Let's start with Jessica. Do you want to try?
Yeah.
Sure.
the key, the expressive writing
Yeah,
is a way to knowing yourself.
it is. Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to that's great grammar. According to the article, what is the key? The key, well, I mean, maybe there's many. The most important thing to the key to expressive writing.
The key is
There's many possible answers. Maybe we could say like this. The key to expressive writing is, I like this one I found, is getting started. The key to expressive writing is getting started. 3, true or false. Expressive writing helps you find out more about yourself. True or false? Expressive writing helps you find out more about yourself. What do you think? How about Tanina? What do you think, Tanina? Expressive writing helps you find out more about yourself. True or false?
I think that's true.
Yeah, it is
Expressive
true.
writing.
It is true. Yeah, absolutely. Here it is. But it will help you find out more about yourself. Yes. Expressive writing, also called journalism, or journaling, excuse me, will help you find out more about yourself. So say 3 things you don't enjoy doing. Who can ask me this question? Or who can say this to me, and I'll give you an example answer. How about Jessica? Jessica, can you say this sentence to me, and then I will answer?
yes, I try.
So can you say this sentence, sentence B, can you say to me?
I don't enjoy the homework.
Okay, I don't enjoy doing homework. Okay, 2 more things.
Yeah, walk under the sun.
Walking in the sun. Okay.
To see
English students. And it's such an obvious mistake. It's so easy to hear. I don't enjoy to watch TV shows. Really, you have to train yourself here. I don't enjoy watching TV shows because this is the gerund. It has to be a gerund. So let me give you an example. I don't enjoy cleaning, doing the dishes, or watching TV. This is my sentence. For example, I don't enjoy cleaning, doing the dishes, or watching TV. I have to use the gerund here. It sounds so unnatural if I do not use the gerund. Do you prefer cooking or eating out? Like eating out at a restaurant. So let's obviously use the grammar, right? We want to use the gerund. So I will start with let's see here. Let's start with, go for it, Mohammed. Do you prefer cooking or eating out?
In my opinion, I prefer cooking.
Good. Okay. Mohammed prefers cooking. I prefer cooking. Cooking is preferable because, now try to make a sentence here.
Cooking is preferable because it's more healthy than eating outside.
Good. Yeah. Oh, and I like how you finish the sentence with a gerund too. Cooking is preferable because it's healthier than eating out. Wow. So that's a very good example, Mohammed, because you have used the gerund as both the subject and the object of a sentence. And remember that this is common and natural for native speakers, right? So that's why I'm spending time, because if you say to cook is preferable because it's healthier than to eat out, it just sounds so unnatural. Cooking is preferable because it's healthier than eating out. This is how native speakers speak. Very good, Mohammed. Okay, let's go to Tanina. Tanina, do you prefer cooking or eating out?
I prefer cooking.
Okay. Now finish with this sentence.
So, cooking is preferable because it's less expensive than eating outside.